Join hundreds of thousands of fans on the ground and millions of gamers worldwide for the ultimate games convention. Welcome to Xbox at Gamescom.
A war to end all wars. A war whose victor shall rule Norzelia in her glorious entirety.
Roland! Lord Wolford! There is no saving me. The future of Glenbrook lies in your hands now.
You're damned right it will. I'll restore this kingdom to its rightful glory.
I care only that you and the legacy of House Wolford are safe and secure.
As long as I keep walking, there will always be hope.
You are responsible for more than just your own life now.
This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice.
Nothing. You are free of sin. Now behold my power.
To victory!
Not another step.
A battle to prove which of us is more fit to rule Norzelia. A new future is before us. But first, we must carve our way through to it.
Hello Xbox fans and welcome to Gamescom. You just saw a trailer for Triangle Strategy from Square Enix, which you can actually play today. And that is just the tip of the iceberg because this is a huge year for Gamescom. We've got tons of great reveals, in-depth interviews, and first look gameplay presentations. I'm Benny from the Xbox On team, and we're gonna make sure that you're getting wall-to-wall coverage all event long so you don't miss out on a single thing. But first, let's head inside and catch up on all those big reveals from opening night live.
Thanks so much, Benny. Charlie and Bex here, and I am thrilled to be in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom 2025, holding down the Xbox booth at the biggest gaming convention in the world. There is a ton of amazing stuff packed in the next 2 days, and we finally get to see gameplay for some of the year's most anticipated titles and catch a glimpse of gaming's future in the form of fresh reveals and some surprise drops.
I mean, just today, Charlie, we've got a full demo of Dying Like the Beast, tons of new info on Keeper from Double Fine, a custom controller giveaway, what's next for World of Warcraft and Call of Duty, and a brand new adventure starring a certain roguish archaeologist with a whip. And that's just some of the stuff I was allowed to tease after I signed like 5,000 NDAs. But first up, let's go hands-on with the ROG Xbox Ally and the Ally X, the very first Xbox handhelds, and explore the wide world of Xbox Play Anywhere.
Now, Xbox Play Anywhere, you can buy a game one specs and access it across PC and Xbox consoles, including the Xbox Ally and Ally X. Even better, your progress travels with you, so you can bring all your saves, your add-ons, your friends, and all those delicious achievements along. So whether you're online on the convention floor waiting to play your favorite game,
el Ninja
Gaiden
Master
Collection
Collection.
with your beloved
13 euros,
Xbox On
me
team,
gusta.
visiting our battle-ready
El
neighbors at a
Humble
very
Bundle.
impressive Call of Duty Black Ops 7 booth, chilling with the Warcraft team over on the World Warcraft Midnight booth, hanging with Asus at the ROG Ally all the way over in Hall 8, or looking at the latest tech offerings from Samsung this year at Gamescom. Anywhere kind of truly is the best place to play. But right now what we're going to do, Bex, is quickly recap what Xbox revealed last night at the opening night live celebrations. Are you ready?
Claro.
Let's get into
do
it.
Hay que prepararse
I
por
mean, we
cuatro.
got a brand new and very charming Companions trailer for the Outer Worlds 2 that revealed 6 new friends to travel the stars and zap things with.
Zap-a-da-zap! The Dynasties of the East expansion for Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition also got announced, and they also revealed a release date, so you can start organising your troops on November 4th.
Market. We also found out about the massive new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle expansion, continuing Indy's investigation of the Ancient Order of Giants. Ancient Rome's biggest secret awakens September 4th.
Site for that one. At After decades of supporting the Hayabusa clan, Raven Clan is finally taking center stage in Ninja Gaiden 4, which we saw an awesome new trailer for as well. And according to Team Ninja Bags, I don't know if you got this, they have a secret ulterior motive that will really shake up the story when it drops on October 21st.
How very sneaky. As anticipated, we got a truly immersive look at Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releasing November 14th.
Yes.
The new game's got twisted environments, a campaign that supports 4-player co-op, zombies, Dead Ops Arcade, and even a new mode called Endgame to keep your squad busy for years to come. Really impressive stuff, that.
So good. We also saw Blizzard storm through with the gorgeous and never-before-seen cinematic intro for the World of Warcraft Midnight. The ancient home of the Blood Elves is under threat, and they'll need to tap into the power of the Sacred Sunwell to keep those shadows at bay in 2026.
Plus, today we'll have even deeper looks at titles that were shown at Opening Night Live, like Keeper, Dying Light the Beast, and LEGO Voyagers. And in a few hours, this very broadcast will play host to a special edition of the official Call of Duty podcast. But to get the party started, here comes all the latest details on the Xbox Ally, which has been so hotly anticipated ever since it was announced at the Xbox Games Showcase.
The vision around Xbox has really transformed over the years of people playing on multiple devices, people playing anywhere.
We know what players want. They want to game on their own terms.
This was a #1 request from our fans. We're working in close partnership with ASUS on a brand new handheld
called the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X.
The best game library on the go, basically changes everything.
It feels like we're finally hitting an inflection point now where I'm able to take the game that I'm playing on my beefy home PC gaming rig and take it with me on a portable device.
The big question a lot of players have is how are PC games going to play on a handheld form factor? The games are largely going to play like they do on PC.
The Xbox Ally targets 720p, while the Xbox Ally X targets 1080p. Most titles will perform between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, but certain games have the potential to hit up to 120 frames per second. As frame rates rise and fall, variable refresh rate or VRR will deliver a consistent and
Fíjate, me parece más interesante la pequeña con lo de 720.
fine-tune a variety of device settings in the command center, from optimizing battery life to remapping buttons.
The Asus Armory Crate has 3 distinctive settings that are really great. There's the silent mode for these dark gaming sessions you will have. There is a performance mode, so your battery life is optimized. And then, of course, for the top performance factor, you would use turbo mode.
When we talk about optimizing for handheld, it's less about stripping games down and more about ensuring playing the game on a handheld is as easy and effortless as possible. Games
En Estados Unidos venderá. Yo creo que en Europa no mucho.
They should perform well on this device tag. Games that hit 60 frames per second or above will carry a should perform great on this device tag. Games that haven't been tested yet will have a performance check not available yet label. As more games are tested, updated, and optimized for handheld, these labels will evolve over time.
This is about giving players a device with no obstacles to fun. So one example is making sure that it's going to work seamlessly with a controller. Are all menus and prompts working as intended? And are those UI elements properly sized for the smaller screen? Another example of an essential compatibility feature is having a gamepad keyboard. If a game passes all these checks, they're considered handheld optimized and will be labeled as such. On the Xbox home screen, you'll find a new handheld optimized channel that will curate these titles for players.
We test on the Ally all the time as we're building Roblox. For a player, that means more immersion, better graphics, smoother animation. You get to play games the way they were built.
If you're playing Doom the Dark Ages on the PC or the console, you expect
Justo quería jugar a Roblox en mi nueva Xbox Rolly. No sé qué, no sé cuántos. Gracias, Microsoft. A ver.
One of the awesome things about PC is that there are so many places to get your games.
We think about having this unified game library and how it can bring your entire game collection together.
Any recently downloaded and played games from other PC game stores, from Battle.net, the Epic Game Store, Ubisoft, Steam, GOG, or EA, the Xbox app automatically finds them and will show them in your game library. And right on the Xbox home screen, under Most Recently Played.
My most recently used game should be something that sticks with me everywhere I go, creating a unified user experience.
You're going to see games you've played on Xbox. If it's a PC native game, you're going to be able to play it right there.
If it's a console-only game, you're going to be able to stream it from the cloud. If you're down in your basement and you want to stream direct from your console that you've got upstairs, you're going to be able to do it.
I'm able to continue to experience the worlds and characters that I love anywhere that I want to play. This is going to be awesome. Now we literally have a device that could go with you everywhere.
Hey there everyone, I'm Henry, and today I'm joined by Dom and Brianna from Xbox and Gabe from our friends at Asus, who are going to tell us a whole lot more about the ROG Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, which are the very first handhelds giving Xbox fans the freedom to play anywhere. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to Cologne, guys. How you doing?
Thank you for having us. It's been busy getting everything ready, but we're super excited to be here.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredibly distracting having the Ally X in front of me. I want to just grab it and have a go, but why don't you tell us, why is Xbox making a handheld right now?
Handheld gaming felt like a really natural next step for Xbox. Being able to break out of the living room and play anywhere is so central to our vision of putting players at the center, wherever and however you want to play. And we saw this wave of innovation happening in the handheld space from brands like Asus, and we knew that we could fuel that with so much more energy from Xbox. So when we started talking to Asus, it became apparent like how much more we could do together. We share the same obsession with our players and our devices and gaming in general. And we just realized that by building a device together, we could do something much more special and much more quickly than either of us could do alone. And so that's what brought us to the Xbox Ally. The Xbox Ally really brings together that power of Xbox with the full freedom of Windows. That means that you can play your PC games natively from across storefronts. You can play your Xbox Play Anywhere games natively, and you can stream your console games as well. And really, this is just the beginning. Like, we have such a huge roadmap of improvements that we're going to continue building, continue delivering for our players. We're always listening to feedback, but I'm really excited for this first step.
As a device, it's got a really quite unique look about it. Gabe, can you tell us a bit about the hardware design of the Ally?
Absolutely. The design of the ROG Xbox Ally features natural ergonomics, comfort, and user familiarity. These solid contoured grips familiar with that Xbox controller we all know and love. And so design starts with your hand, right? We think about our opposable thumbs and the really nimble fingertips that we have. These are the tools that we use to write, to pick things up, and definitely to play. And so when you think about the devices as they are in their current generation, it really rests into your palm, and you're using your palm to pick up these devices. And I say it's kind of like a tray-like feel. With the ROG Xbox Ally series devices, it rests into your fingers and then into your palms, and then allows you to curve over, giving you the freedom to use that to play. On our wonderful new ABXY keys with the tactile feel and color coloring of the new Xbox controllers. It's not as simple, though, as just taking a controller and splitting it in half and putting a panel inside. Really, that would cause you to flare out. So there's a subtle detail of how you kind of want to have you fall in and be natural. And those contoured feels and this natural feeling really helps with the overall weight distribution. And that means comfort when you play long on these devices. And so with the Xbox Ally series, you're going to be able to play longer and play comfortably. And then, with the ROG Xbox Ally X, you then have the access to the impulse triggers. So then you're able to feel everything and be part of the game and immersive inside in terms of all of the things that you would be familiar with on your Xbox controller today. And so you'll get all those game-centric cues coming through on your device.
It's so like fully fledged and very well optimized for gaming, which is why I need to ask, how has the Windows experience been optimized for gaming, which is primarily what we want to do with an Ally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been a huge collaboration between Asus, Xbox, and Windows. And so we really thought about like what makes playing on Xbox so unique, and how can we bring those elements together with what makes Windows 11 so great for PC gaming. And that really led to, from my perspective, 3 big features. The first one is the Xbox full screen experience. The Xbox full screen experience is extremely tailored for the handheld device, for controller navigation, and right from the moment you turn on the Xbox Ally or the Xbox Ally X, you launch directly into this Xbox full screen experience. But what's even more interesting about what's happening here is not just the experience itself, but what's not happening. So we've collaborated really deeply with Windows to defer a bunch of processes that aren't required for gaming. So that means your desktop, the taskbar, all of these things aren't loaded when you boot into the full screen experience, giving all that memory back to your games. The second feature is the aggregated library. So because this is Windows, we know that our players have catalogs of games that span across different storefronts. We want to bring your full library together in one place in the aggregated library so you can see all of your installed games from different storefronts. This makes it super easy to launch your games, kind of stay in that Xbox full screen experience for more of your experience, and just really experience the full value of the device. The third feature that we've really invested deeply in is the Play Anywhere feature. So Xbox Play Anywhere has been a program for a long time, but we've really been investing in it so deeply, and there's now over 1,000 games that support Xbox Play Anywhere. For your Xbox Play Anywhere games, you can bring your progress, your saves, your achievements from your Xbox console or your Windows PC to your Xbox Ally, just again, making that really so seamless. And again, we have a huge roadmap of improvements we're working on together and with the Windows team. So it's really exciting, and I think there's going to be so much more to share, and we're always listening to feedback. But these three features, to me, are what make the Xbox Ally so special.
So ergonomics, they're locked in. We've also got just a lightweight Windows, primed and ready for gaming. Yeah. Gabe, tell us a bit about the horsepower behind it and the partnership you've got with AMD to really make games shine.
Absolutely. We're really pushing the boundaries of silicon with this device. Efficiency is the Xbox Ally superpower. These class of processors are tuned specifically for handhelds. I'm super excited to talk about what's in the Xbox Ally X. It hosts the Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme. We've taken the best performing processor on the market and added MPU. That means you're ready for new frontiers in local AI gaming while having the best efficiency possible on these new amazing generational changes with the Z2 Extreme. For the normal Xbox Ally, we have the Z2A. The first time a handheld processor of this type has been productized for Windows. So that means amazing performance from 50 to 20 watts. Again, efficiency is the superpower. And so for that part, I would say we also can include AMD's Fluid Motion frames. AMD's Fluid Motion frames bring smoothness and additional frames to allow you to enjoy that wonderful gameplay that's available for thousands of games and only on Windows. Lastly, I would say
literal, esto podría haber sido una main.
So for both the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, you'll be able to have Copilot for gaming, a game guide you can call from the Xbox menu that assists you while you play.
It's all super exciting. Brianna, I don't think we should keep anyone waiting any longer. Why don't we take a look at how the Xbox Ally X works? And I think we should get a camera in here as well so that people at home can definitely take a look. But show me how you turn on one of these things.
Yeah, so one thing that's great is there's a fingerprint reader on the power button. But as Dom mentioned, we made a lot of improvements in Windows to help add gamepad navigation across the device. So I can press A to dismiss the lock screen, and I can navigate all elements that I would expect to with a gamepad. One of the features I really love is that we've added gamepad indicators to the pin pad. So if you're familiar with them on console, you'll be able to enter your pin or have your own kind of combination that you would have to put in your password quickly. You can also use directional navigation, and we really want to give the flexibility to the players of how they want to get into their gaming session.
Cool.
So
I'm not going to peek at your pin, don't worry.
No one's going to look like what the pin is.
I'll get my own later, don't worry.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly put in a pin for this device, and you'll boot right into the Xbox app.
Cool. And what's the first thing we're kind of seeing here?
Yeah, this is that Xbox full screen experience that we've talked about. So it boots directly into this experience. It's really tailored for gamepad navigation, for the handheld screen, and again, it doesn't even load those processes that aren't required for gaming. In some of our initial estimates, this shows an estimated 2 gigabytes of savings in memory, which can all go back to your games, which means faster startup times and less idle power draw.
Absolutely. I mean, that was super snappy just to get into that. Super cool. And
love the Xbox,
big compliments on the library that I can already see. Why don't you run us through a bit of this experience as well?
One of the buttons that we've added on this device is a library button, so you can push that and it'll take you right to your library. Dom mentioned about the aggregated library. You'll see these new indicators across the thing.
Oh, mira.
So, hey, these are my games from the Game Pass entitlement. These are the ones installed from other storefronts. And we really want to make sure that when people play a game in the library, they know what save they're doing it. You might be like me and you own the same game across multiple storefronts. Your save files are so important.
Yeah, I'm very guilty of that.
Yeah.
Literal,
And so you want to make sure that when you launch your game,
puto
you know where it's
picture de
coming
Steam.
from, and you're able to kind of get that jump back in where you expect.
Amazing. Can you launch up a game for us? I'm going to let you choose.
Yeah, so let's launch up Gears of War.
Good.
You can see that the bootloader that we have launches full screen. That really takes you to kind of that immersive experience, so you're not seeing those desktop elements that Dom mentioned.
Elysian anti-cheat.
Very cool. Because there's something I use at home on my desktop, which is Game Bar. I use it to access my screenshots. I use it to access all of my friends list, party chat.
Yeah.
We have a little look at that. How does that operate?
Me quita la pantalla porque tarda mucho en cargar.
The original Ally and the Xbox Ally is now there's an Xbox
Sí,
button on the device. And so
la Asus ROG Ali, pero con un botón de Xbox, básicamente. Y un sistema operativo especializado.
But it puts it in a more streamlined, optimized form for these handheld devices. So it lets you quickly get access to device settings and, most importantly, command center.
Nice.
So instead of having multiple overlays that you're juggling, it's all in one overlay and it's all in game bar, and so you can get access to some of those
literalmente lo han
AMD
dicho
features
antes,
as well as the Asus features that you've been known for before to be able to
Es un
navigate
Windows
those and
11
adjust those kind of
que han
performance
retocado
settings on the fly.
aposta
As
para
a person who is
portátiles.
already a multi-device user, it does
Literalmente lo han dicho hace 3 minutos. Es decir, están diciendo muchas tonterías, pero lo han dicho.
Fluid and connected system. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So we could jump back into Gears of War, but we know this is a fully fledged Windows device.
Yes.
What else can you do with it? Are there other apps that you can use?
Yeah, so one of my favorite features is we've added a new custom task switching view. So by long pressing on the Xbox button, you'll get this new experience where you can quickly bumper between existing applications as well as go to the Windows desktop if you need to kind of tweak something that you can't do easily. And it really kind of makes it feel fast.
Buenas, Tivis. Pero Silver, no puedes proyectar tus experiencias personales con cosas de estas. Es decir, trabajas con Windows y qué. Yo juego con Windows todos los días, 16 horas al día y no tengo problemas. Quiero decir.
Yeah, I mean, this is really our Xbox experience reimagined for handheld gaming. Builds in collaboration with Asus, Windows, Xbox, and allows you to have that full immersion and effortless play. But really,
muy simple.
games are at the heart of what makes a great Xbox
La mayoría de aquí
experience, and that's why we're developing
utilizamos
a new program
Windows
called
diariamente y casi nunca tenemos problemas.
And this
Y
will help
jugamos
you
todos
really
los
easily
días.
understand what
Entonces,
games play well on your device,
estás
across
proyectando
things
tu
like
experiencia
text
personal en el
size,
trabajo. Me
controller
parece una tontería.
navigation. And so we're really excited to announce this program and work very closely with our developer partners on it as well to help you have the best possible gaming experience
Porque
on your Xbox.
jugando es que no he tenido ningún problema. Y ya tener problemas con Windows para juegos y eso ya es tener mala suerte, literalmente. Es que no sé. Está bien que le tengas manía, pero estás leyendo todo el rato, joder, es que Windows 11 no sé qué, es que Windows 11 es lo otro. Y si yo tengo Windows 11 desde el día 1 y no he tenido ningún problema con Windows 11. Literalmente. Es más, he tenido más problemas con la gráfica y los drivers de la gráfica que con el propio Windows. Quiero decir, es el sistema operativo más utilizado del mundo. ¿Que tiene problemas? Sí, claro, como todos los sistemas operativos. Y este más, porque encima está hecho una mierda. Pero no da tantos problemas.
Oh, that's so soon. All right, well, you heard it here first. The Xbox Ally comes out on October 16th. Thank you for that.
Claro, son las carencias.
All of our guests here as well for stopping by today.
O la mierda que te llega a meter el sistema operativo. Pero funcionar funciona. Si no, la gente no lo utilizaría tanto. Y buscaría otras alternativas. O alguien se esforzaría muchísimo en otra alternativa. Vamos, venga, dame fecha. Por favor. Literalmente el gigante de Bethel. Shadow Drop. Es que lo puto sabía. Lo puto sabía que iba a haber Shadow Drop de esto.
You might think that the Rogue Prince of Persia is just
Lo
another
puto sabía que iba a haber Shadow Drop.
And you'd be wrong. Yes, we have plenty of deadly weapons, powerful abilities, and game-breaking
Es que lo tenía clarísimo. Pues nada.
I'm going to tell you. This is 2D parkour in full flow. You wall run, vault, and somersault through the world, blending traversal and combat into one seamless movement. If you're looking for Prince of Persia DNA, then shine a black light on this. It'll light up like Times Square. And that wall run? That is the first of its kind in the 2D game. Every fight is a chance to move with style. You're not just swinging a sword, you're fighting with everything. Kick enemies into traps or into each other. Vault to dodge attacks. Wall run over hazards. Dive to stun. Boot rocks and arrows into the faces of your foes. It's like playing a Jackie Chan movie as the Prince of Persia. This is acrobatic and environmental combat that rewards creativity and looks damn good doing it. The story holds more surprises. The prince must live the same day over and over, searching for a way to stop an enemy invasion that his actions have triggered. You must learn from each run, discovering how to save key characters and family members and bringing them to the oasis outside of the time loop to unlock new biomes, items, and story beats. Only by exploring the entire city, from the depths of the mines to the top of the lighthouse, will you find the one path that will give you the chance to change the fate of Persia. And the soundtrack? Woo! An unheard of combination of traditional Persian instruments fused with modern trap. It drives you forward. Every run has a rhythm, every fight has a beat, and we guarantee you'll be listening to it when you're not even playing. So there you have it. The Rogue Prince of Persia offers a unique combination of 2D wall running, environmental combat, a branching narrative, and a pulsating soundtrack, on top of all the usual tasty roguelike ingredients. This is a roguelike with rhythm, flow, and style.
Qué ganas, tío.
The Prince of Persia is going rogue, known for those smooth acrobatic wall runs and
Ojo,
intense fights.
muchas gracias por los 4 mesitos, Iris. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. ¿Qué tal? Pues nada, ya tenemos roguelike para este fin de mes. Nos lo reventaremos bien fuerte.
Gentlemen, welcome. Now, first thing, thanks so much for joining us. And I've got to ask, was that, from what we saw in the back of that trailer, did I see what I think I saw?
I think so, yeah.
Which one of you would like to reveal it, if anyone missed it?
Basically, the game is out now on Game Pass right now. You can go play it as you want.
Right, amazing. And also, like, for those that don't know as well,
Vale, un momento, voy a mirar si estaba a descargar la actualización, que eso me interesa. Hoy creo que nuevo no va a salir nada. Bueno, en Xbox. Esta tarde probablemente alguna cosita vaya.
How has it been taking a beloved franchise like Prince of
Oye.
Persia and kind of bringing a new genre to the mix?
¿Dónde está la 1.0?
It's tough and great at the same time because obviously like they've got a load of fans of the franchise in the team, like lots of people played Sands of Time.
Yo creo que esto no se ha actualizado aún,
Back in the 90s. And so there's like a pressure to take this franchise into a different direction. But it's great because it actually gives us something.
Yo creo que aún no está. A lo mejor a las 7 de la tarde sale, o a las 6. O que me da igual. Ahora mismo tengo otro objetivo que es pasarme el 112 del Hollow Knight y el Sword of the Sea. Pero este final de mes me lo voy a reventar.
What can people expect when they hop on to Rogue Prince of Persia?
So yeah, basically you can expect 2D action roguelike with kind of acrobatic combat mixed with a wall run, which we think is unique in a 2D game. So basically you have a whole moveset on top of that. So you've got like a kick, a vault, a dive attack. So basically you're going to be flowing through traversal into combat and back again.
Cómo mola el arte de este juego, tío. Tengo muchísimas ganas de escuchar las nuevas canciones de los biomas nuevos. Tengo ganas de ver lo que ha hecho Asai, tío. Es que la banda sonora es una cosa loquísima.
Well, we've gotten tons of feedback from players, especially from the guys we have on Discord. We have like a very supportive and dedicated community of players there. And it's like, it's almost day-to-day talking with them. It's like they are part of the team. So we just work with them as if they were part of the development, you know. And so one guy, Opelit, he's making the wiki for the game. Yeah. It's super detailed, even more detailed than what we have in the studio, you know. These guys, they know the game by heart. And so it's so cool to work with them.
El tío que está haciendo la wiki tiene más detalles del juego que ellos mismos en su base de datos. Es lo que tiene cuando haces un buen juego, que la gente se...
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, these guys are truly part of the team, and I want to thank them truly for this early access. It was great.
I think that's one of my favorite things these days as well, is how much the community can get involved in games now and like kind of give feedback and kind of work directly with the studios. It's not something we really had in the past.
Yeah, that's something truly unique, and like the instantaneity of it is awesome, because you can just ask a question, brainstorm an idea about like game design or whatever, and they would like answer directly. And it's so great.
Now, also one thing, a lot of fans have been asking about the story of Rogue Prince of Persia and how it's going to evolve over time. Can you go a bit more into that?
Yeah, so basically the story, you basically start off and you've kind of accidentally triggered an invasion of Persia, and then you've kind of got to figure out a way by going into the city each day and trying to find clues, and then by finding the clues, you unlock biomes, and then maybe you have to like take an item and do something with it to then unlock something else, find a character who then tells you somewhere else you can go. So it's basically kind of like a puzzle in real time as you go through each run to find the one true way to finally save Persia and rectify your mistake.
And like you said about clues, right? Something that we will expect, hidden elements in a game. Are there some of those for us to find?
Yeah, there's definitely hidden rooms where, you know, like you'll find characters and stuff. I'm trying to think back, for example, but definitely where you find the darle, that's kind of like hidden stuff. But it's principally hidden rooms somewhere.
Pues nada, reiniciaré la partida y empezaremos de cero y me haré polvo. La verdad. Pero bueno, hoy tenemos... Hoy no sé a qué hora terminará esto, pero después tengo un par de juegos para enseñar, un par de indies, el Void Breaker, luego un juego cozy de recoger plantas que vimos en un par de conferencias, y esta noche seguiremos el Sword of the Sea. La Future Game Show imagino que será de 8 a 10 aprox. No sale ni en Xbox aún, ¿no? Vale, vale. Yo creo que a las 6 de la tarde. Pone today, pero no ha dicho now. Hay que jugar con la palabra, ¿no?
Images painted by hand, and so we tried to incorporate some of this element in the art direction of the game. And the other inspiration is the French comic books. Yeah. So we really wanted to have some of this in the game because in the art team we are big comic book lovers, and because we wanted to be super like innovative, we used Moebius as a reference because nobody does that in the games. No, yeah, but he's a great artist, so he was one of the main reference.
And also, you mentioned Discord earlier as well. Have you like taken any fan-inspired feedback on some of the art that you've used in the game?
For sure. We had some fun contests on the Discord, and so, for example, we had a skin contest at some point, and player would like draw whatever crazy type of prince costume. And so we had like a voting for the favorite skins, and I think
hay skins de Dragon Ball, de Piccolo y de Goku. La de Street Fighter, de Death Cells. Hay unas pocas.
You mean the players?
Yeah, like the players can get involved to give feedback.
Yeah, for sure. Like in the game design, we changed tons of stuff. Like for instance, we have this medallion system, which in the beginning was maybe too complex, and so we worked with the community to make it simpler to understand, but also more fun to like right when you play, you understand how it works. So we iterated a lot of like game design elements. Yeah.
Yeah, along the game design as well, you did a major art revision for the game as well from when you started. You so much so you made a mini documentary about how that happened. How was that?
That was a long work. So, long story short, when we released in early access, we knew we were going with a bold and unique look, and we knew not everybody would love it. But we got a lot of feedback from players that did not like so much the art direction. So we tried to take that as a feedback, just as if it was gameplay. Why not rework the art, you know? So we did a lot of polishing, and we changed some of the color. The prince was purple in the beginning. He's not purple anymore. That's a long story. But yeah, we tried to make something that player would like more. And so this was like, big rework.
I think it's one of the first things anyone notices as soon as they see the game. It's so vibrant and colorful, and it's like so pretty to look at. Like you've done like an incredible job putting that together.
Thank you.
Have you got any personal favorite pieces that you worked on in the game?
I mean, we tried to be as diverse as we could in the biomes that you are going through. So each biome has a very unique color palette. I think the final one, the palace, the one that's going to be released in the 1.0, is the best one because it's the last one that we made, and we put a lot of love in this because it's the final objective of the game, and it's really nice, I think.
I think we've also, you talked about all the different biomes that are available. We've got to talk, how do you work on kind of making those beautiful backgrounds that you kind of interact with, and then the kind of the combat gameplay? Because it must be kind of difficult to manage.
That's a challenge for sure, because the gameplay is very fast-paced, and the traversal is challenging. So you have to be able to read everything very quickly. So we try to have something that is very simple, yet tells a story. So whenever we can, we have rooms in the game that tell like environmental storytelling, but it's not during the combat phases. So it's a subtle balance between readable gameplay and background that tells a story.
Oh, nice. So especially, is it like clear when there's like a hidden room or something like that you can smash some pots or kind of work your way through?
There is some of this, some secrets in the game.
Now, also we've got to talk about the color palette and lighting. They've been widely praised by players in early access, right? How did you approach making the game like visually distinct from previous Prince of Persia games?
That's a tough question.
We hit to ask the hard questions.
I mean, I talked about the inspirations already, so these two, like the Persian miniatures and the French comic book, we tried to combine that into a unique look.
Se están alargando un poquito, Y mira que probablemente más que yo no tiene ganas nadie de este juego, pero se están calentando hablando mucho. También es cierto que esto es un broadcast y no es la típica conferencia, pero bueno.
It's like I see at any moment you look at it, it's like always bright and popping out. It's like a thumbnail.
Very colourful,
I've got to say though, for people who are hopping on for the first time, and we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but they're hopping on from, haven't played early access, and they're hopping on to Rogue Prince of Persia, what kind of experience can they expect to play? Because it's challenging, it's beautiful, it's vibrant. There's
¿Qué titular?
a lot
No he
more
leído.
depth to the game.
Yeah, I think
No me he enterado. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Qué ha pasado? Me estaba dejando el móvil cargando, coño.
Doing a wall run and swinging off a pole and diving down an enemy, like it is super satisfying. So just be prepared for
Que está disponible. A ver, ya, joder.
Like we said in the deep dive trailer, like
A lo mejor hay que reiniciar Steam.
You're kicking someone, you're blocking something.
No, sigue saliendo con la etiqueta de juego anticipado, o sea, de juego en acceso anticipado y todo. Quiero mi bocadillo. Quiero mi bocadillo. No, hombre.
But have you got any last things that you'd like people to keep an eye out for Rogue Prince of Persia?
I mean, go play the game now. It's out, so I mean,
go play it.
Have a great time. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing it. But guys, thanks so much for joining us, Matthew and Dylan. Really appreciate it. I look forward to hopping on. And also a big thank you to the whole team at Ubisoft. You can start sharpening your platforming skills and scimitars right now. And remember, the Rogue Prince of Persia is available today. And in case you're buzzing for even more 2D fighting action, here comes a trailer that's a little less reflex and a little more tactical. Then we'll be back to check out all that's new in Grounded 2. Don't go anywhere. This is Xbox at Gamescom.
Len por culo al Final Fantasy Tactics, coño. Si no está traducido, no tiene mi atención. He aprendido inglés para poder rechazar estas mierdas de manera consciente, diciendo, oye, lo puedes jugar en inglés, pero es que aún así no te da el dinero. ¿Viste el playtest del Valor Mortis? Me apunté, pero no... Por ahora nada. Me apunté con Discord y me dijeron, bueno, ya te diremos algo. Y ya está. Y el filtro este que han usado no me gusta nada, tío. Prefiero los sprites originales en los personajes, pero de aquí a Pekín, ¿eh? Pero hay alguien probándolo ya, el Valor Mortis. A lo mejor es para dentro de una semana o dos. ¡Oh! Y solo ahora mismo se está apuntando a la gente y ya está.
What do you know about the legend of the nameless crusader?
Fierce warrior. Fought in the siege of Antioch, 1097 AD.
Pixel gordo y nítido, vamos, cuadrado del todo, sin filtros ni cremitas antiedad, exacto. A mí me gustan las cosas a pelo. Nada de filtros ni cosas, a pelo. Se ve bonito, joder. Tiene su gracia, además ahora que el pixel art se ha puesto tan de moda y tal, tienes unos buenos sprites si no los quieres utilizar, joder. Y es que lo peor es que el juego tiene el modo sprites y el modo sin sprites, el modo este nuevo. La cosa es que el modo sin sprites pierde todos los QOLs que han añadido. O sea, literalmente no solo puede... O sea, cambiar los gráficos quiere decir cambiar los menús y todo. O sea, no hay punto medio. Joder, es que hay de cada juego con pixelar increíble, tío. Y los antiguos que encima tenían que hacer malabarismos para que quedasen bien en las pantallas de tubo, tío. Era una locura. Bueno, esto me pasó Bethesda la edición tocha, así que tengo el DLC. Lo miraremos. Y el Lost Soul Aside, no sé si me lo va a pasar PlayStation España. He hablado ya con PlayStation España y me dijeron, cuando se acerque la fecha te hablamos. Así que...
Well, you just caught the trailers for Final Fantasy Tactics and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Order of Giants, which we'll be taking an even closer look at in a little bit of time. But now it's time to dive into a game that hits a little closer to home as we learn all about the big bosses, bigger biomes, and brand new big buggies coming to a park near you in Grounded 2. We've got Chris Parker and Justin Vasquez here from Obsidian and Eidos.
Qué bueno es el Grounded, tío. Qué bueno va a ser Grounded 2, eh. Es una locura. Lo bonito que se ve. Eso sí, el rendimiento espero que lo lleguen a arreglar prontito. Porque ahora mismo tiene un 75% de positivas en Steam. No merecido. Bueno, merecido por rendimiento, pero que realmente no se merece como juego. Porque el juego ya de por sí es casi el Grounded 1 en términos de cantidad de contenido que hacer.
Everyone just reacted so well to the announcement and the fact that the game was coming to them so quickly.
Es que se ha colocado como uno de los mejores survivals del género, tío. O sea, es que es increíble el puto Grounded. Además, para los que somos de los 80, 90, tiene un toquecito especial.
I love that. Chris, have you been having a good time with it as well?
Yeah, I'm just so excited about how well it's been received, because you know, when you're making a game, you have this passion, you have this joy, you really want it to be something that the community is going to love, and they already love Grounded 1, right? So much passion there. And so
no sé cuánto habrá vendido en PlayStation el Grounded, pero espero que bien.
You just don't know exactly, you know, you can hope, but until they've actually sort of tasted that meal, you don't know how it's going to go. And so it went out there, people are super excited about it. They have tons of stuff to say and tons of great ideas, and we love that. And it's just been really exciting.
Amazing. Well, I've tasted it and I've really enjoyed it as well. We've been digging in a lot. It's been so much fun. And obviously you mentioned buggies, one of the big new additions in Grounded 2. And how has community feedback helped improve and expand that kind of area of the game for you guys?
That's a really good question. For us, the buggies were such an important feature to bring to life because it was the #1 requested feature from Grounded 1.
Yeah.
And so it was a big reason why we wanted to do a sequel in the first place, because we knew to do the buggies properly, we'd have to build the whole world from the ground up to support them and to really make them shine.
Wow, okay.
And so for us, it was a question of the balance of how much of this feature do we want to develop and solidify to make it a full experience and to really show the potential of the feature, but not go so far that we don't get the community's feedback. And so we feel like we found that balance with our Red Soldier and our Orb Weaver buggies, and now seeing how players are playing with them, what they're doing with it, and what they're asking for, not just for those buggies, but for future buggies, is really giving us a lot of clarity on where we want to bring the feature, how we want to fulfill its potential, and of course, what exciting new buggies we're going to be introducing in the future.
Yeah, there's so many aspects to buggies. Like Justin said, we kind of went for the minimum approach and said, let's see what the community.
Según noticias, subió un 49% después de salir en PlayStation 5. Ni tan mal. Yo la verdad que el 2 no me lo he pensado, me lo he comprado me lo compré de salida. O sea, 25 pavos. Es que 25 pavos, tío. Si es más caro. La mayoría de survivals esto que solemos jugar, muchos son más caros.
Put it all together and we count like what's been upvoted and what people are reacting to the most, and the things that they're reacting to the most are things that we're like, yes,
that's what we want to do.
Exciting. This sounds great.
So not only does it confirm our belief that this feature has so much potential, it's really nice to see how aligned we are with our community, and it really feels like we're all one big team trying to make the best Grounded 2 together.
One big colony. That's so cute.
I totally missed that. Well
don't worry, I got you. My buggy is called Aunt McPartlin. It's a Red Soldier Ant. I haven't got to the Orb Weaver just yet. We're taking our time, which is a very UK insular joke, but that is fine for you. But have you guys got any buggy names that you're particularly proud of? Any good puns that you've heard?
I've got one up my sleeve. You, Chris?
Well, no. The favorite one that we always fight around the studio right now is Stinky. I don't know why. But yeah, when we start up a co-op game for the first time, everybody goes and like makes their buggy real quick together, and then whoever names their buggy Stinky first is the one that wins, basically.
I always call my aunt Antonio Banteras, because you get the double ant pun there.
Double ant pun,
and also crazy. Just because I like to think of my red ant as this like
al final el P5 le ayuda bastante, sí.
That I'm like going on an adventure with. So
Love
Antonio
that.
Banteras.
That's beautiful. He's your own very real sidekick. That's beautiful. We have another first in Grounded 2 with our classes. So, I mean, we were chatting a little bit behind the scenes about, I've been loving the mage class personally, but what has been the most exciting developments from either seeing a lot of
al final es un parque grande de consolas.
Classes or from the team themselves?
I mean, when we set out, developing archetypes. They were really about just helping players understand how do I best equip my character for whatever it is I'm trying to do today, right?
Incluso el Helldivers, con la salida de Helldivers en Xbox, parece que no, pero son 30 millones de consolas. Son 30 millones de posibles jugadores. Fácilmente te pueden meter ahí 1 millón de ventas de gratis.
To be perfectly honest, I thought this was just like a kind of a nice little quality of life add to the game, and the players love it. Like they think it's fantastic, and they want to know, hey, what are the next ones going to be? What's equipment that's going to be added so that we can, further develop this particular archetype? And that's been really surprising, but also super encouraging and exciting for me, just to see that, people love this. Something that I thought was pretty small, something that actually IDOS actually championed in the first place, and everybody loves it. It's great. It's been really positive reception.
From our point of view, it felt like a natural extension of what Grounded was already doing and what made Grounded special as a survival game.
Lo de que la araña se pueda sacar eso, el escudo de telaraña era la polla, tío. No sé si hay muchas arañas, que luego están los aranofóbicos y no hace falta, ya saben que va de arañas el juego. No estoy seguro que los exclusivos no son algo que ayuda a vender más consolas. No, o sea, o te cierras 100% o no. En el momento en el que te abres a una plataforma, rollo Xbox o Play con PC, ya no están obligados a estar en tu consola.
Speak to their play style, and you're not locked into anything. If you want to be a mage that whips out a sword and a board, you can do that. If you want to be a range who's still packing a mallet, you could do that as well. And so we really want the players to express themselves however they want, and we want to get their feedback so that we can find new ways to help them express themselves over the early access of this game.
Love that. I mean, with new classes, we've also got some new bugs as well in Grounded 2. How has that been for putting those into the game, implementing them, and how have the community received some of the new ones, like our
Hola, gracias a frase de ¿tienes ansiedad? Pues no tengas ansiedad. No tengas ansiedad.
Fan favorites that you've seen emerge?
I don't know about favorites, but I mean, I think all of them have been really well received.
A Microsoft le sale mejor vender servicio, que de hecho es lo que más vende. Bueno, pero eso a Microsoft y a todas. Quitando Nintendo, todas. PlayStation y Xbox, de donde más sacan es de suscripciones y de venta de digital.
I can't deal with cockroaches. Why have you put this in the game? This is where you're like, oh, well, we put it in there to be gross. That's why it's there. It's serving its purpose. But the reception of those has been really fun, very exciting.
And on the other side, what was nice for us is when we first started talking about
la cucaracha,
what creatures we wanted to bring to Grounded 2, I think it was universal. Everyone was like, we need something that is on the same level of terrifying as the
las consolas son para lo que son.
And the number one contender was the Scorpion.
Quiero decir, juegas en consola, ¿te gusta tirarte en el sofá con tu televisión y tu consola? Pues entonces una consola es para ti. Porque montarte un PC de esa manera lo puedes hacer, pero no es tan intuitivo como una consola de enchufar y jugar. Y ese público sigue estando ahí y va a seguir estando ahí, por más que quiten exclusivos y tal. O sea, por eso la gente es una tontería pensar que porque vaya a dejar de haber exclusivos, la gente, todo el mundo va a jugar en PC. Es una tontería una cosa. La consola, porque no tienes PC, ¿no? Y aunque hay gente que tiene PC y utiliza la consola para jugar y el PC para trabajar. Quiero decir, es una tontería hoy en día pensar que el que no se compra una consola, o sea, el que se compra una consola no lo hace consciente de todas las ventajas de una consola. Si Microsoft hace que el acceso a juegos sea como quien dice para tontos, la cosa cambiaría. No, no va a cambiar. Los jugadores de PlayStation van a seguir en PlayStation. No se van a mover de ecosistema. Igual que los de Xbox, no se van a mover de Xbox. Como mucho a PC, y porque literalmente es Microsoft la que tiene el sistema operativo. Si no, no. O sea, literalmente es que no...
What's giant and terrifying and monstrous has to scale in proportion to that. And so we
Pero
really
Microsoft
want to
quiere hacer
nail
que
that,
sea
like,
para tontos jugar
feature,
en
creature,
término
terrifying experience for players.
en la nube o con el PC consolidado que a lo mejor saca. Pero ya te digo yo que va a seguir igual. El que está dudando entre una Play y un PC no está pensando en la Xbox PC que van a sacar. Y ya te digo yo que el público de PlayStation no sale fácilmente de PlayStation.
Looks teeny tiny compared to the tarantula because it's about like 3 times bigger than a wolf spider, which is one of the largest creatures in Grounded 1.
And I think it's about 16 times bigger than the player, so
yeah,
it's pretty massive.
It's massive. It's absolutely huge, and we think players will have a lot of fun with it. It's got its own arena, it's got its own like sort of like recipe and things that you've got to do in order to summon it and bring it in. But we think it's a pretty exciting boss.
Cada uno ya tiene sus preferencias. O sea, sinceramente es muy complicado que alguien deje una plataforma por otra. Una de dos, o sigue con la misma plataforma o amplía. Pero nunca va a dejar una plataforma si tiene una gran biblioteca en ella. Creo que con la única consola que eso se podía hacer, bueno, con la única empresa que podías hacer eso es con Nintendo, porque no eran retrocompatibles a partir de cierto punto.
I love that. I love that it makes sense in the world of Grounded too, but also it's just a sick callback to real world movies and stuff.
There's a couple of more Home Alone references in the game, so around Axel, so I can't wait to see if the community catches them all.
Love it. Yeah. Well, let's get back to this big boss action.
Claro, por eso.
I would love to hear some tips from you guys about taking him on. I'm terrified already, and I'm hoping I don't have to do it alone. But yeah, do you have any tips for players on taking them down?
Por cierto, ha salido gameplay de... Ha salido gameplay del Resident Evil 9 en tercera persona. Se ve de locos, Mira qué peludita, la arañita. Con sus pelicos y sus cosas y sus 8 patas y sus muchos ojos.
Once you've figured out the first one, you're going to have a couple of surprises for you. Figure out the second one, a couple of surprises for you. Hopefully it'll keep players entertained for a while. And when they finally beat it, there's a lot of goods on the horizon there. You know, you can, like with everything in Grounded, you ultimately murder it and then turn it into fashionable attire, and that's exactly what
you wear your
do.
Trophies on your body.
Absolutely, make weapons and armor with that, maybe some furniture, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to upholster something with that, and that's exactly what you can do here.
My advice would be, whether you're playing single player or with your friends, to bring a friend. Go with your Orb Weaver buggy. You know, hey, if you want to take it on alone, go for it. Become the stuff of YouTube and Twitch legend.
Venga, hombre, pasa al siguiente juego.
Try to survive. Bring your Orb Weaver.
Se me duermo.
It will come in handy immensely. The fight was designed with that in mind, and we had a lot of fun figuring out, okay, what makes fighting a giant creature on another giant creature a fun and unique experience. So we really hope that the players will get a kick out of the Grounded style massive boss fight, but now on their own, impressive buggy mounts.
Nice. I can't wait to try it myself and die multiple times, no doubt. Very good. And Parker, you mentioned that there's some, obviously our favorite thing about Grounded is getting the loot. My favorite thing is going and analyzing everything, breaking it down. Can you tell us a little bit about the spoils that we can expect from the tarantula? Is there going to be some pieces in particular?
Absolutely. So a couple that spring to mind is there is an absolutely, as you would expect, massive bow that you can craft. It's sort of it's sort of ridiculously large, but that's what makes it sort of charming, is that like you made it out of the biggest creature that's been in the yard so far, so it is ridiculously large. You can make yourself a new fancy chest to adorn your base that holds a little
Buenas,
bit more
Arturo.
stuff, as I
¿Qué tal, tío?
recall correctly. And is of course again fashioned out of axle pieces. You can even make yourself a cool little throne. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. So
that's the one that I'm most in love with, and I can't wait to see how the community reacts to that, because it is a
Hostias,
significantly
gigante. Mira que la matriarca del Grounded era grande, pero esta es más grande aún y peluda.
The colors on it look so sick. I mean, I'm imagining your guys' offices are kind of just, do you just have tarantulas kind of like lying around, or any bugs and stuff? Like, that would be terrifying.
Our art director makes these massive, mood boards whenever we have a new insect. It's just like a wall of terrors. And we're like, okay, which of these is the most interesting terror to bring to life? And so when we were working on Axel, it was just all of these different tarantulas, and we're looking at them going, I didn't even know tarantulas came in those colors.
Pues aquí andamos, con la charleta de Gearbox.
Also, on top of the new boss and the new tarantula, I hear we've got a new biome on the horizon as well for winter. Could you tell me a little bit about what we can expect to explore there?
Absolutely. For our winter update, we're going to be introducing our first new biome in the park. It's our garden biome. And what's really exciting about it is that the park allows us to explore areas
Joder, una chapa tú.
are really
¿Qué llevamos? 40 minutos ya. Una hora llevamos. Una hora, dos juegos.
Handcrafted areas as well as the more natural organic areas. And so the idea of a community garden
Dos juegos, ¿no?
was very appealing
Rogue
for
Prince of
exactly that
Persia
reason. And so
y Grounded. Sí, ¿no?
Our pumpkin patch or
¿No han hablado de otra cosa? Bueno, del equipos y ya está.
These all feel very organic and very wild and very grounded, but have this new layer to it of, no, this was carefully cultivated by humans to be laid out in a specific way. And so that gives us the opportunity to do things from a level design and experience design wise that couldn't be done in Grounded 1, can only be done because of the park. Chris, did you want to?
Yeah, no, 100%. You pretty much nailed everything there. I'm just super excited about running around amongst giant pumpkins. The greenhouse gives us the opportunity to make a very humid environment, which is something that we have not had before.
Buenas, Radicucho. ¿Qué tal?
With the vegetable garden, we're doing some interesting things there that almost turn it into sort of like a hedge maze experience. Like, there's a lot of things that we're doing that I think are really fun, and and this was all sort of planned in our heads, at least loosely, from the beginning, where let's nail all the foundational stuff with our first early access release and make sure that all of those pieces are there, and then we can do some more experimental stuff. And so when we get to, after we have the tarantula update in the fall, our winter update is going to be this first big one where we've got some new biomes and a lot of new stuff, new insects, of course, more equipment, all kinds of things.
Es aquí el suicidio colectivo, madre que chapada, ¿no? O sea, a ver, dentro de lo que cabe, tengo que decir que es un broadcast, quiero decir que sabemos a lo que vamos, es una chapa sí o sí. O sea, si no sería un showcase. Entonces, es chapa sí o sí.
You could see that with the garden biome, we'll be introducing our first new buggy, which is the ladybug. So we're very excited about that. We think
Mariquita de
to the players, and in general, if the community wants to get excited about what it is that we're doing, the roadmap is a good place to go check out everything we have in mind. And we want to hear people's feedback. We want them to join us.
We want them to help sort of help mold what it is that we're planning to do right now. Like right now, we have a very loose idea of all the things that we think would be super exciting, that would be great to add into the game. But you know what? This is a journey that we want to take with the community. And so, our roadmap is our sharing. This is what we think right now. We want you to come now share with us what you think would be cool and exciting and great for Grounded 2.
I love that. I mean, I'm really excited to.
Hoy que iban a presentar, pues la lista estaba. Más allá de alguna novedad.
If you guys had to have one in real life, what do you think you would have for a real life buggy? a red soldier, and the orb weaver, or the new ladybird.
I would definitely.
Que bueno, creo que va a haber más cosas porque creo que el Prince of Persia no estaba listado.
At least right now, it can kind of do everything, which is fantastic. It can harvest, it can build, it can fight, it goes really fast. It seems really cute when I pet it, even though it's terrifying. So like everything about it is like really great. Like Orb Weaver's cool too, but it's still maybe a little too terrifying for me.
¿Dónde estaba?
Don't see that parking that in your drive.
Pues estaba la lista entera. Mira, Rogue Ally, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Dying Light, Keeper, World of Warcraft Midnight, Call of Duty Black Ops, Grounded 2, Hotel Barcelona, Invincible, Chronos The New Dawn, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Outbound, Power Wars Simulator 2, Star Sun Island, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of Giants. Y además de eso, ha salido el Prince of Persia, o sea que lo mismo, hay más cosas. Pero la verdad que espero que agilicen un poquito. No pueden meter chapa con cada juego, si no van a estar hasta las 9 de la noche. No, el Hotel Barcelona tiene una pintaza increíble.
Can't wait for the community to get that dream come true.
I bet. Oh, well, I mean, we've spoken a lot about community, and it just feels like so clear you guys are so synced up with them. You're listening to the players all the time, but how has both of your teams kind of created tools for players of Grounded to be part of this collaboration, or how can people watching at home kind of get involved with that, the feedback process too?
Yeah, I mean, we're up on pretty much every social media platform out there. The primary one is Discord. The Grounded game is up on Discord, and we have a great community up there. That's also one of the places where it's easiest for people to go look at what is everybody
Del Call of Duty no sé qué van a enseñar, la verdad. Yo creo que el Call of Duty me da bastante igual.
Discuss those ideas in great detail. And then we have a great community group of folks at Obsidian that go through everything. They respond to every single customer comment and note and whatever. We try and make sure that people know that we are actually listening to them.
Ya, sí, lo he visto. Que la demo de Season es la misma, pero pulida. O sea, va con cambios. O sea, todo el feedback que recibieron y todos los cambios que han hecho. O sea, no es el mismo segmento, pero después del desarrollo del juego. ¿El juego sale este año? ¿Cuál? ¿El Call of Duty o cuál?
Follow in their footsteps on this, because the community is on Grounded and Grounded 2 is just so supportive and so great. And
Silson, sí, claro. En principio ya hay o sea, han hablado con el Museo de Australia que iban a poner una copia con el juego completo a finales de septiembre, así que como límite finales de septiembre. Mañana dirán algo a las 4:30 de la tarde.
The story of the success of Grounded was that this community wasn't just rooting for the game; they were rooting for the team as well. And the team wasn't just trying to make this game in a bubble; they really wanted to collaborate with this community. And it's that healthy bond between them, that interdependence between them, that resulted in an amazing game. And so, of course, we want to replicate that success. Of course, we want to replicate that feeling for the community, and of course, we want to allow that to put us in a position to create the best version of Grounded 2 possible.
That's beautiful. That's so fun. Well, I have some ideas that I'll have to tell you afterwards off stage, but
can't wait
I'm
to hear.
Write them down yet, and be sure to join that Discord as well to chat more Grounded. But honestly, Parker, Justin, thank you so much. I've had just a blast talking about Grounded 2, and I can't wait for all the new updates that we've got as well.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Being able to just talk about the game and a situation like this is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I mean, there's so much more to look forward to as Grounded 2 continues to grow. But for now, we go from the ground to the air to explore the biggest biome of all, Earth's atmospheric envelope. There's new places to go and new ways to get there, so let's set a course for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. But on the way, we'll have a brief stopover on Star Sand Island.
Vale. Juego cozy de granjitas. Story of Seasons era, ¿ha dicho? Pero bueno. Oye. Solo falta que sean un boss. La sandía gigante esa también. Eso pues ya sale en Xbox. Vamos a ver. Aún sigue en Early Access en Steam. Que a lo mejor entro con... O sea, si hago así, pues rogue... Pinch. No, aún no la han cambiado. Stars and Island. Qué bonito se ve, ¿no? Ese juego es...
You might picture soaring over iconic skylines or navigating through turbulent weather. But the sim is so much more than just a sightseeing. And here to tell us all about the latest updates is head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jörg Neumann. Welcome to Gamescom.
So great to see you, Maxi. It's great to be back in Cologne.
And you always bring some delightful surprises when you're here in Cologne. What does Microsoft Flight Simulator have in store for the fans here today and fans everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, Flight Simulator is a worldwide hobby, but Gamescom in Germany are actually critically important for us as a team because it's frankly the second biggest audience.
Tengo por aquí cositas. Wizardum, ¿qué es esto?
And that's music to my ears that Germany is so special. Why do you think that is?
I think it's the history in aviation. You know, Germany has been since the beginning. Otto Lilienthal, Ferdinand Graf Zeppelin, and Junkers made the first metal aircraft. Lufthansa is super influential in the world of aviation. So I think it's sort of in the water or in the air. You know, like Germany is the country with the most registered private planes, for example, in all of Europe. So there's a huge audience. Some of our longest fans are here, most dedicated. So we always try to bring something, and we brought two things today, and we made some trailers. So let's run the first trailer.
Oye, este juego. Lo bonito que se ve este puto juego, ¿eh? Me pica la barba, tío.
That was really, really, really beautiful. Well done. Can you give me some context about the update?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big dreams of flight simulation has always been to fly highly realistic planes over beautiful details.
Creo que esto va a durar menos, ¿eh?
And in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, we actually got further than ever before. Our aircraft are very detailed, and what you just saw shows you how detailed we can get with the countryside. So what we do is we fly planes really low over the ground, like so over the country or over the cities, and we take millions of pictures and LiDAR, and out of that we construct three-dimensional cities. The resolution is 3 centimeters. And because Germany is so important, like we already had 25 cities. We had Hamburg and Berlin, of course, Munich, Cologne, and now we added 7 more with Bremen. And we're really wanting to fill out the country. And now we're at 32 cities, and we're going to just keep going. And one day we'll have the entire country down to 3 centimeters, and you can find everything.
That's a big goal. I'm looking forward to that. And I remember when you added Munich, because that's my hometown, and the first thing I did was going up in the air, hovering over the street where I lived, which was really cool. But I know you have more today for us to share.
Yes, I'm super excited about this. We have our first German helicopter. It's called the Eurocopter EC-135, which is actually based on a German helicopter called Messerschmitt Böker Blohm MBB 105. That one was built since the 60s. And it's been evolved and enhanced ever since. It's now one of the most sophisticated, most flown helicopters in the world. And it's famous for medical evacuation missions, search and rescue missions. And we partnered with a very large organization in Germany. And I'm happy to show another trailer.
Pilot, we have an urgent report of an injured tourist at Neuschwanstein Castle.
Cleared for takeoff, helipad 1.
Let's go.
Flight level 180.
And now we are joined by Florian Brocksch, a real-world ADAC air rescue pilot. Florian, welcome to Cologne.
Hello, Maxi. Thank you for having me.
So you are a real pilot. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and especially also the ADAC air rescue?
I started flying helicopters when I was 22 and became a search and rescue helicopter pilot for the ADAC air rescue in 2017. The ADAC or ADAC Luftrettung air rescue provides, handles up to 50,000 missions a year across 38 stations. I personally work on the station Christoph Westphalen, where we fly 24 hours a day and handle approximately up to 8 missions per 24 hours and fly hundreds of kilometers throughout Germany, especially at night and the bordering countries.
Well, thank you so much that you took the time to come here today. And you actually tried out a little bit the Microsoft Flight Simulator rescue mission. How realistic was that for you as a pilot?
The EC-135, well, looks really great in the simulator. As far as for the realism of the mission, it's all about the team. It's not just the pilot. You always need the 4 of them, the pilot, the medic, the doctor and the
algo interesante, no. La verdad que no. El shadow drop entre comillas del Rogue Prince of Persia es lo único interesante que hemos tenido por el momento. Todo lo demás, una chapa que bueno, me está dando un sueño increíble. Voy a tener que ir por un monster, que me he comprado un monster blanquito. Está fresquito.
Was great to hear Florian's feedback earlier, and you liked it, so yay. We had support from
pero
Airbus
me gustaría esperarme a la Future Game Show para el monster, la verdad, pero es que me estoy muriendo,
And that was great inspiration for us to do this mission and the challenge. Yeah, so we hope we got close.
Thank you so much, both of you. But the most important question, when can fans fly the EC-135?
Right now. So
and also the mission and the city update?
All that, yeah. So the city update is available in Flight Simulator 20.
¿A qué hora es? ¿A las 8?
And the mission and the EC-135 in Flight Simulator 2024. Right now, and It's all free.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you so much also for always bringing local content. Thank you so much, and also to your team, what you do for us and for humanity. So thank you so much. And now we're going on. Then that's not only what we are happening at Xbox at Gamescom, because we're just taking flight and we've already seen some really, really cool game updates and live demos. We also got a firm release date on the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X, October 16th. And by my count, we still got more than a dozen games to cover today, including even more world premieres. Definitely stick around if you're a fan of comic book brawlers, zombie apocalypses, or just free stuff, because we've got more of all three coming on the other side of this never-before-seen trailer.
Friends.
Trópico.
The world is changing, but one thing stays the same. Me. Tropico is the greatest country on Earth, but guess what? It's about to get even better.
Putísimo Trópico, chavales. World Premiere.
Can Tropico rise again? Be even bigger, even better than before? Ha! My dear friends, anything is possible when I'm in charge. Pure, untouched potential, waiting for greatness. Imagine a
Qué
Tropico
chulo.
like never before. The best Tropico in history. You're welcome. Oh, too vague? Patience, my dear Tropicans. A ruler never reveals all his cards at once. Pay attention.
The character I think I'd least like to face in a physical fight is Omni-Man. He'd probably smash me through a building of some sort. Omni-Man is such a powerful character, even compared to other Viltrumites.
We just wanted to capture his brutality.
His brutal fight style is very evident.
There's no frills in his gameplay. He doesn't have wasted motion. He doesn't.
Puedo comer lo que le apetezca.
It just conveys the
¿Qué más te da?
strength of all the years that he has spent fighting as a Viltrumite.
What we wanted to do was give him techniques, give him moves that are powerful, that deal lots of damage. It should feel like a bit of an uphill battle to fight this guy.
I think we just wanted Omni-Man to be really strong and badass and fun to play.
What drives the story of Invincible sort of as a property forward is that father-son relationship between Mark and Omni-Man.
A lot of that comes through with unique voice lines like intros and outros.
I looked up to you my whole life, but you're just a lying piece of shit.
No me llama mucho la atención, la verdad. Mira que me gustan los fighting, pero...
You barely know me.
It's that father-son dynamic.
Mi
They
fe-
still love and care for each other, but they are at odds with their
Estoy centrado con el
Also
Marvel.
love his moment where he's considering killing his only son and reconsiders and flies away. You've got those two sides of Omni-Man where he's just brutal, a mind of steel, and then this superhuman side of him.
His brutal style of fighting is so evident in all his gameplay movesets.
Omni-Man is one of our balanced characters. So he actually has an anti-air. He's got like this uppercut style move.
He's got a projectile, like where he claps his hands and a big wave comes out.
That's called the Thum, and then like when you boost it, it's called the Cuthum.
We're pulling from when he fights Cecil.
We have this move where he like comes flying from above and he slams your head into the floor repeatedly.
I love the way he just crushes.
And it just feels really, really good. Especially when you boost it. He does the overhead and he follows it up with like a series of just smashes where he just blasts them into the ground.
It feels very Omni-Man. It's just satisfying.
There's this one move
Me
where
recuerda al
he does this, like,
Injustice,
trio of
la
hits
verdad.
and says,
A veces que hasta los sonidos son muy...
We're pulling directly from the
Muy
show.
de
Well,
ellos, tío.
He's beating Mark, ping-ponging him around the sky.
De Mortal Kombat y de
Super
Injustice.
He says very confidently,
Pay attention.
I think that really sells Omni-Man. who he is.
Definitely check out his ultimate. It's so good.
It's called the Destroyer of Worlds. And there's a sequence during the Flaxen fight where he takes the opposing general to this homeworld and just utterly destroys it. So you sees him holding the general's body, blasting through a series of buildings. But there was also another beat that happened at the end of that sequence where it shows him holding this mountain over their scientists. It's that whole sequence all smashed together, and it's fucking epic.
Listen to me. You don't seem to understand. This battle isn't yours to win.
That's cool. That's just cool.
I would put him as an anchor, the last character on a team. He's got great ways to spin meter, take advantage of these moves that he has that work well on their own, that are also somewhat risky.
Obviously, we gave him some really powerful moves that are really cheap, and players are going to enjoy using them, but they have a drawback. They are punishable on block, for example. We gave him incredible air mobility, so he's really fast, can close the distance really fast, but it's a little bit more of a technical thing that you have to learn to do.
En fin.
I definitely recommend playing as him.
Really excited for people to get their hands on Omni-Man and really feel powerful.
I think that he is going to be beating the crap out of people.
He's zipping around, he's punching people, boom, boom, you're done.
Now I've proven I'm the strongest among us.
Well, we know it looks stylish and it aims to stay very true to the characters, but you know what? The only real way to get to know a new fighter is by feel. And here to help us do just that are the game's executive producer, Mike Willett, and combat designer, Rip Parbu. Let's get hands-on with Invincible Versus. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. How you doing?
Dios.
No, it's been fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you know, you go back to Evo.
No tenían suficiente con dejar la charla, que aún van a estar un rato más hablando.
The blood and gore is not going to be as crazy if you guys try to put it on YouTube or something, though you won't get demonetized. We also had motion inputs revealed there, so a lot of good feedback from the community that we've taken and put back to the game.
Yeah, no, like you were saying, you've been like the Quarter Up team have been so busy all summer revealing characters. And at Evo, we got that first look at Omni-Man.
Voy a anunciar un juego, anuncias estas cosas, en fin, penica de Microsoft, pero ¿qué tiene que ver una cosa con otra? Tienes el Gear Reloaded sale dentro de 4 días o 5 días al 26 y el E-Day está en producción ya. ¿Qué más quieres? Yo de verdad que no se entiendo a veces. No sé si es que no seguís, si sabéis que han salido esas cosas ya, o realmente esperáis que los juegos se saquen así. Que los cagues, literalmente, los juegos. Literalmente enseñaron un tráiler de preproducción, pues eso ya 4 o 5 años, como poco. Ahora mismo los juegos duran los desarrollos entre 5 y 8 años. Es lo que hay. Pues no sé. ¿Qué esperas en una conferencia de Microsoft? Pues que hablen de juegos de Microsoft y más juegos. Porque al final esto paga para que salgan ahí.
All right, so we've got the lineups here. It's what's a little bit different about Invincible Versus is that it's a triple tag team fighter. So can you break down why is it important to sort of pick?
Es como si yo viese cada conferencia de Nintendo quejándome de que no sale el Golden Sun nuevo ya. Por ejemplo. No sé.
So you construct the kit to your style of play. It's like, I want to play like a long-range game, or I want to play something more intimate and really bully people into a corner. There's something for everybody, and then there's like your fan favorites, and then there's like some more obscure characters that you don't know much about, but might have really cool tools and some awesome gameplay that you want to dive into, like say like Thula or Bulletproof.
Yeah, the other thing, of course, you know, you go back to the IP, there's a lot of teams already built in there, right? You've got Team, you've got Guardians of the Globe, you've got the Viltrumite, so it kind of lends itself to a team format, I think.
Nice, well, let's see some gameplay then.
So let's walk everybody through like special moves, like really represent his kit.
Okay. Yeah, so this right here, this is his ground pound, this is an overhead attack. If you boost it, it's going to be multiple hits, and if you're fast enough, you can actually pick it up for a combo, which is going to be pretty hard for me right now, I think. I'll try it one more time. Yeah, you got it, there you go. All right.
Wow. Are you going to take that? Come on.
Yeah, why not? First round.
Oh, I gotta get him off me with an assist.
So this is the ground pound, right? The overhead, really fast attack, really hard to stop, also available from the air. He also has this projectile right here. This is called a zoom.
There you go.
Yeah, fresh character for you. If we go into the corner and I boost this version of it.
No sé si lo veremos completo, la verdad. Está siendo un coñazo lo de Xbox, que flipas. Creo que prefiero aprovechar el tiempo en otra cosa si no van a enseñar nada.
So when you tag out, that's how you accentuate your recovery for that boost meter. So right now, the boosted zoom right here, that actually can give a wall splash. I can get a combo if I was better at the game.
There you go.
There we go.
You're doing great.
I'm doing fantastic so far.
You're winning as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so that was like 2 of his special. We got one more though. It's the rising uppercut. This here is a traditional like DP kind of input that you would expect from fighting game, right? It's got some invincibility on it. If you boost this one's got multiple hits and armor.
Sorry, I had to tag out.
Your reactions are fantastic. That was right on the nose.
So fast at this game. Reflexes. All right, show him now.
Rising uppercut. And you can do another uppercut afterwards. Yes. Why not?
Yes.
One thing I'm noticing as well is that on screen there's lots of like really easy cues to understand. It's
Qué
like,
coñazo.
there's like character, it's like yellow flashes, blue flashes. Can you tell us a bit of what those are?
So, Omni-Man is really fantastic because he's a character that is a balanced character that can apply tons of pressure and super brutal in what he does. So he has the mobility of a character like Invincible. So he's got a lot of mobility with dashing and movement, but he also has like those armor moves that Rip demonstrated. So he can play a bit of a bully game on your team. He's really good as an anchor or a point character. So he has the projectiles that like if I want to play at mid-range, I have armored moves so I can bully you, push you into a corner, and then he's got the mobility to just try to mix you up and like cross over, start calling an assist, to just try to apply as much pressure as possible.
And anytime you see a character turn blue in this game, that means they have armor on him. So you'll see here on his standing medium punch, he turns blue there, he's got armor. Crouching medium, the same thing, he's got armor. This move does not have armor. I was curious about it. But yeah,
there you go.
Why don't you demonstrate, before you kill me, why don't you demonstrate his ultimate? Yeah, his ultimate. So.
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. It's just like flown him through a building.
A couple buildings, a couple, part of the city, missing some limbs there.
You know what? I can't wait to see all the TikToks that are like, oh, welcome to a Jet 2 holiday. Like flying through a building.
Oh my god, it's brutal.
It's lore accurate, so go back to the show, watch when Omni-Man goes to take care of business with the Flaxes.
Yeah, I mean, I did want to ask, you mentioned about the Armored Fighters, and I definitely want to know more about that, but we've obviously seen Omni-Man in Mortal Kombat before, so we've seen him, we've kind of gotten familiar with his moveset in that game. How is he different in Invincible Versus?
So it's really about being part of like a tag system and how they're integrated in their role in that system. So the flexibility of the character, like you just taunted, how you
saw that.
Basically, it's the role of the character in the concept of a team. Like where you use Omni-Man's assist, especially like every character has 3 different assists. You have a forward assist, a back assist, and then one that's when you're actively in a combo or in a block string. And it's about how you utilize that, and some of them are really good at like, basically like, oh, you're coming in and he's got like an anti-air assist that basically comes out and does that rising uppercut. So you're trying to control space in front of you and work out like how in the footsie game you're going to engage, or you're setting stuff up with your other attacks. So right now we've entered sudden death, which is a little bit different. And so as you can see, timer is expired and our point characters have absorbed all the resources of our assists. And now we're bleeding out, and the only way to stop the bleeding
Qué puto coñazo, tío, de conferencia de cosa esta.
I really want to see that happen.
Oh my time ran out. Time ran out. No. So that's what happens. I missed, but he was super low in health. Time expired, he lost his head.
Got you.
I was about to say that.
System.
I was like, I was just expecting him just to kind of fall over. Our times ran out. No, his head exploded. That is brutal.
All right, so we've got the team makeup here. Are you guys making like, are you making specific decisions on who you're picking for like a good balanced team, or can you sort of weigh it a bit heavier one way if that's more your preference?
So like if you look at my team, I've got Omni-Man, I've got Battle Beast, and I've got Rex, right? So Omni-Man and Battle Beast, they're both armored characters that can kind of just push through the opponent's attacks. Cool. But I've also got Rex in there, so I can play some keep away, some projectiles, just keep people away from me.
Well, let's see if it works out as a good strategy. Yeah.
And what you'll probably see as we start playing too, our tag system uses an active tag system. And we basically let you tag off of almost any encounter, whether it's a defensive move like Heroic Strike, like perform right here, Rip.
and I can tag off of that, go to a full combo.
Oh, so slick.
And then off of a throw.
Yes, off of throws, off of hits, off of blocks, anything you can basically tag off of.
So whilst talking about like team composition with this thing, how does like an armored character
¿Qué pasa,
like
broma?
Omni-Man,
¿Está molado o qué, el Mafia?
his team? Like what's like is that anchor, is that role?
So
How's that gonna work?
a lot of times what you're gonna do is, for certain characters, you're gonna wanna bait out moves, or I'm gonna use Omni-Man's, let's see.
Está chulo,
I'm gonna use some of his like projectiles to work my way in with a character. Or if
Cortito.
I think you're jumping in on me.
Y lo disfrutón que
I
es.
use Tulits there.
That was pretty slick though.
You see, I have Omni-Man who can come in, kind of like control this space in front of me with like a DP.
No dice nada más que la misión principal. Así que no hay que hacer más.
Yeah, so I can like be zoning with this projectile right here, and if he tries to jump in, I've got this Omni-Man assist to keep me back there. So he's a really good assist character as well.
So sick.
So a combination between like kind of range attacks and then kind of those assists is key.
Yeah, really cool.
Ah, ya, ni yo.
Straight away, though. You're right about his dash.
Yo cogí algunos por tener algo de dinero extra para los avalorios.
It seems like most other characters, they just fall.
Yeah,
he's got much more control, right?
Exactly. He's got like a triangle jump, that's what we call that. So it's like he can actually go down forward and he can travel really far. Like characters have different types of dash in the game. Eve can actually air dash upwards in diagonals as well, so she's got a full 8-way dash. But Omni-Man is downwards or forwards in the air. But his distance is a little bit farther and faster than other characters, right? So that helps you close in. If somebody's throwing a projectile, you can just kind of air dash over it and come to the punish like that. So really versatile character.
Something I'm also loving watching this gameplay as well is just like how much more like battered each of them become throughout the kind of like there's the blood and kind of how like seems to wear down throughout the match.
Oh my word. You know,
why don't you demonstrate an arena shift? I think it would be really interesting for people.
Yeah.
It's a different way to get into it.
Yeah, so if I do this kind of a stun, you see that crumple state? If you get someone to a crumple state, you can do a snapback attack, and it'll cause this arena shift. After this arena shift, you lock out their assist for 10 seconds, and you have unlimited boost. So right now, like you see my boost meter, it's just regenning while I'm doing this, right?
And I have no access to my assist characters for like 10 seconds, so I should be paying attention and running away right now.
Yeah, but just for demonstration purposes,
Dios,
you know?
por favor.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
If you were to get a KO
Kill me,
on them
please.
while they're in that shifted arena, would that just end the game? Would they still get to tag back in if they have someone available elsewhere?
Once that timer expires, I can get my character back.
Right.
Yeah, but not during the transition.
But not during the transition.
Gotcha.
So I have 10 seconds to, you know, hold it down and pray my defense is good with push blocking and heroic strikes and a lot of like navigation and basically trying to land a hit myself.
I want to see some of these more. These
and then he caught me with it.
Oh yes.
I had fan favorite. This is fan favorite.
Rex is such a great character.
Oh my. Peggy 18.
Oh yeah.
Peggy 18.
I think
Sí,
they got that now.
es que sin más.
That is amazing.
Oh my goodness. I like that there is like that subtle suit difference as well, where you're both playing as Omni-Man right now. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. And I wasn't paying attention there. I probably had an opportunity to see if he dashed out of the way. Oh, he got out of the way.
You got that?
He
That
got
was
out of
pretty
the way.
sneaky.
You gotta be quick.
So Omni-Man's ult, you can get out of the way if you just can't panic and you have to like...
Ya le gustaría a esta gente
It is unblockable, but you can...
hacer animaciones cercanas al Arc System. No
And it
jodas.
does cost 3 meter to do any ult. And you have to do them from the ground. Supers can be on the ground, can be in the air, but ultimate moves, you have to take your opponent back down to the ground.
Well, I think we got enough time to maybe do one more fight. Should we make
All
this
right.
run a proper fight? For
Proper
all the
fight.
bragging rights. I want to see both of you
Battle of
peak
Gamescom.
Performance.
Peak performance?
Yeah. Peak performance, come on.
There's no way I can lose with this team.
I'm back in Rip.
Have you got the method? Wait, you're back in Rip?
I'm back in Rip
I
now.
got Mike.
You never know.
You got Mike, yeah.
All right, I believe.
Who did you pick?
Who do you think I picked?
Omni-Man?
Yeah, come on.
Had a feeling.
Here for.
I got the Viltrum Empire represented here.
Also, just one small little detail as well. You mentioned earlier is on the top of the
No hay
screen,
otra
there's a
cosa.
little UI so you can tell exactly what side of the screen you're on, right?
So right underneath the timer, there's a P1, P2 caret, and that basically said like when we cross up at any time, like that'll change position. So now you can see, I'm on the P1 side.
And that's an assist breaker, calling your assist to break the combos of the opponent, super important.
No sé qué jugar. Píllate el Abzu.
No, thanks.
Fíjate, empiézate los juegos estos. Te duran... El Abzu dura 3-4 horas. Ligerito. Aún más ligerito de lo que ya te has jugado. O el Journey. O el de Pathless. Yo te diría que empieces por el Journey o el Abzu, luego el otro y ya el Pathless. Juegos cortitos.
What'd you hit? Come on. Come on.
Oh, we're good, we're good. Oh, what am I doing? Oh.
So tense.
Dang it. Come on, Mike. Jumped right into it. Well, see, I'm in bad shape right now because I'm all out of blue. And while I was talking, I wasn't paying attention. I should have done a counter.
Yeah, now I'm going to tag back in to get you back in.
Swap out, right?
¿Esto qué es?
If you get John. Oh, yes, what? John.
Buenas, Fernando. ¿Qué tal?
I got a push block.
Huge blocking.
Oh, I don't have anybody else. I got it in. Oh my God. Yeah, I got it in.
Dios, tío, por favor, que termine ya,
Sorry, I got scared.
IGN, IGN no sé. A ver.
Okay, all right.
Oh man, this is tense.
This is actually really, really close.
I love this.
Where's I have no meter? Oh!
Exhibitors. The biggest
You gotta hold that.
in the
You gotta
gaming
hold that.
industry.
Oh, no, it's over. Surely.
For you to explore and download.
Creo que es lo mismo, ¿no?
That's so close.
O no. Han enseñado Resident Evil.
Dude, you're like beating the snot out of me. Get off me.
Y esto es el...
Oh, we had those. We had those.
¿Esto qué coño es?
Okay, you know, I might lose with this team, I think. Get off, dude.
All right, Pupsy, make it this close. I know it.
This is crazy.
That's a punish.
Oh, no, that's surely. Surely. That's...
Great blocks, great blocks. Hang in there.
Oh, no, no. I really want to see Battle Beast ult.
Come on, Mark.
Oh, we're
Show
starting to tighten up. We're starting to tighten up. Come on. Oh, you can pick up from there.
Yeah.
I have nothing to break. Let's see if he's going to go for it. He did. Damn. He did. He got greedy. Oh,
Get in here. Get in. No.
No.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That was pretty good.
That was
That was pretty disastrous for me.
Did he just take out 2 characters in one?
Yes, I did.
Oh
Game.
my God.
Oh, that's dead. Done.
I
Ladies and
retire.
gentlemen,
I
Redemption
retire.
Evo. Redemption Evo right here. You saw it
I'm never
live.
going back to
You
Evo.
saw it live.
Can't show my
Never
face.
die.
It's over.
Live.
Well, amazing stuff there from Quarter Up. I just cannot wait to get my hands on the game and start learning the ropes.
Double overkill though?
That was nuts. Nuts.
That
Thank
was
you
the
so much,
call-out.
Mike. Thank you so much, Rip, for showing us what Omni-Man brings to the battle. And you guys, don't forget to wishlist Invincible versus today.
That was amazing, honestly. Thank you. And of course, after you're done tearing your family apart, just like you've witnessed on the Gamescom stage, you couldn't be blamed for needing a breather. So we're going to run back a couple trailers, then we'll talk LEGO Voyagers, Dying Light the Beast, chat with Tim Schafer about the latest from Double Fine later in the day, and we'll also show off more great games as the Xbox at Gamescom 2025 broadcast continues. And it must be said, a lot of the games you've seen so far are Xbox Play Anywhere, and we've got plenty more coming. Make like someone who doesn't have an Xbox ally yet and stay put. Now,
¿Qué más?
Ninja Gaiden 4.
Since ancient times, the Hayabusa and Raven ninja clans have fought to keep peace, with the Hayabusa clan in the spotlight. But your clan, the Raven clan, has always had a secret motive.
Thanks. I owe you one, Hayabusa.
Expect heavy resistance from the DDO. We're all counting on you, Yakumo. Yakumo, just focus on the...
Oh, Dios. Este... Ninja Gaiden 4.
Resurrected the Dark Dragon years ago. Even a mortal such as yourself has heard of me? I'm sure.
world's at stake.
Vale. Buenas, Pasnake, ¿qué tal? ¿Has metido algún juego para Game Pass? El Rogue Prince of Persia, la 1.0. No, la verdad.
If you're watching on Twitch, follow the directions you see on screen to enter for your chance to win. And you too can become a monster slayer with the Witcher 3 10th anniversary special edition.
Está siendo bastante meh la conferencia de Xbox. Sí, es juego completo el de Prince of Persia, la 1.0.
The giveaway closes at the end of the show and winners will be contacted on Twitch. But these wonderful controllers aren't the only way to celebrate 10 years of The Witcher 3. The Witcher in Concert kicks off its Grand World Tour with an incredible, immersive performance of live music and memories tonight here at Gamescom. And fans can now buy tickets for dozens of stops around the globe at thewitcher.com/concert. But for now, our broadcast continues with a good long look at LEGO Voyagers. Over to you, Charlie.
LEGO has been busy reinventing itself for, the last decade or so, and guess what? It isn't done yet. LEGO Voyagers looks to be an all-new concept for the brand, inviting two players to team up on a journey that fosters cooperation,
Borderlands, como que me la pela un poquito.
So let's snap in and learn a whole lot more from my gracious guests, creative director Carsten Lund, design lead Jonas Haugesson, and
Vamos a ver.
lead Casper Hollinston-Lichtenberg. Thank you so much for joining me.
No, qué va.
Lovely to meet you and talk about LEGO Voyagers. But Carsten, I'm going to come to you first. I want to know a little bit about yourselves, your studio, and how Little Brick ticks.
Yeah, Lightbrick is a small independent studio based in Copenhagen, Denmark. And we've dedicated our creative lives to exploring the Lego brick in many different ways.
O sea, si es que esto está siendo realmente charlas. Sí, sí, literalmente han sacado el tráiler diciendo available today. Pero el today... ¡Hermano! No sale, no sale. Estoy esperando y no me descarga la actualización. No hay actualización en Steam aún. No, en Xbox está la 1.0 ya. Estoy ahí...
We do look a lot at bricks.
Yeah,
so they're inspired by the bricks and the shapes, and we have a lot of bricks in the studio, and we build stuff, obviously, but this is digital, right? So the most important thing is that it feels intuitive and good to play.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's the iconic snap, as I said in the intro, in real life. So you need to try and match that feeling and that aesthetic in the game. And I'm sure we'll go on to talk about it. But
imagino que es por esto en general, ¿no? Que como le han hecho el Saw Drop así.
What's it about, and what makes it distinct from other Lego games we've seen in the past?
Lego Voyagers is it's a co-op game, so it has to be played by two players.
It has to be played by two players. Interesting. Okay.
And it's a platformer. First and foremost, and then it's a puzzle game on top of that. So a puzzle platformer where you navigate the environment with your little brick, and you have to solve different challenges along the way and build and have fun.
Today, tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's basically the game.
Tomorrow comes. Pues supongo que todavía no estará completo del todo y hay más cosas en futuros parches. Hombre, a ver, quiero decir, poslanzamiento 1.0 va a seguir teniendo contenido, obviamente. El Death Cells ha tenido soporte durante 4 años, 5 años. Claro, pero eso ya son actualizaciones como cualquier otro juego con contenido post lanzamiento como hoy en día. Ya depende si te quieres esperar a que esté el 100% y dejen del soporte. A lo mejor te tienes que esperar 5 años para eso.
These bricks, obviously, they can tumble around like bricks do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've all stood on a Lego brick. We know what it's like to see them tumbling around.
Exactly. So we needed to make the game physics-based, right? Yep. So you actually navigate around as a physical Lego brick will do, and then obviously a brick can attach to things and other interesting things.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going to give me any more than that, are you?
Maybe later.
Right, I see you. Jonas, we're going to come to you now because I'm not getting anything out of you anymore. I want to speak a little bit more about that cooperation and the collaboration that we spoke about before, it naturally having to be a two-player game. So how and why is that key to this experience? And how does building something actually work in LEGO Voyages?
Well, as a Lego brick, of course.
Qué juego más raro. No, es súper bonito.
Naturally, yeah.
Yo iba a comprar, pero si regalaran en Game Pass, pues eso que me ahorro. Bueno, a ver, eso de regalan. Quiero decir, vas a poder jugarlo hasta que lo quiten. Porque como el juego no es de Xbox, tiene X límite. Depende. Si quieres tener tu partida para siempre, yo te recomendaría comprártelo igualmente. ¿Que te da tiempo a pasártelo? Bueno. El DC es largo, ¿eh? El DC es largo. Y el Prince of Persia es igual de largo, más o menos. Ya, pero es que Prince of Persia es un Death Cells en términos de progresión. O sea, por lo menos se te puede ir bastantes horas y sobre todo con las dificultades. Al fin y al cabo es un roguelike, no es un juego normal de historia. No es un Metroidvania ni nada de eso.
So you can be a little bit rude with a co-op then. It's not always good vibes.
Yes. And we have catapults, catapult building, where you have to propel the other player from the contraption you've built.
So it's not all building bridges, it's literally flinging each other as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, fantastic.
I like that you can see it actually.
Yeah.
Is this the So that one not quite so good, huh?
No. Exactly, and then you have to rebuild it, extend it.
Oh, I see. So the puzzle here isn't trying to get more firepower, it's actually making the catapult slightly larger.
Este lo jugaré, la verdad.
Are you able to pick up? Is it quite obvious which elements you can pick up and move around, or is it open to your interpretation?
Este lo jugaré, engañaré a alguien para jugarlo en cooperativo.
Being surprised that something is loose, something is like fixed, but every stud you see in the environment is connectable.
Wow, okay, interesting, good stuff. So Carsten, we're going to go back to you here. While we're all working together and unleashing our creativity, is there going to be a story for us to follow as well, or is it just a series of random puzzles that we're going to enjoy?
There is a story, yes, there is. This is a story, I mean, it's like in Builder's Journey, we like to sort of, it's a non-verbal story, right? So we don't have any words. You have to sort of be part of interpreting a little bit. It's a story about friendship. It's a story about two little bricks that are friends that their only dream in life is to become.
Me alegra que prácticamente una demo técnica de Lego haya terminado dando esto, porque literalmente todo esto es por una puta demo técnica que salió del Lego hace 3 años fue, ¿no? 3, 4 años. El último es que no sigo lo que meten en Game Pass, Snake, la verdad. El Mirage, ese en términos no cansar está bien. No lo he jugado, pero dicen que está muy bien porque no, el mundo abierto no cansa tanto porque es más acotado y todo eso. Yo ya he desconectado de los Assassin's Creed por completo.
So we ask an open question about friendship, and hopefully players will finish this game and think about their friends and how they actually connect and how they stay friends.
Yeah, and with the storytelling, you've mentioned that there isn't nothing verbal going on from the main characters. How is that told by the story? Is it, do you meet other characters?
Aquí están enseñando el Gaiden. Han enseñado
Music is
Borderlands.
a very important factor.
Yeah.
And we have the same composer as in Builder's Journey, Henrik Lindstein,
Oh,
composing.
wonderful. They smashed it the first time. Bring them back.
Exactly, and he's been very meticulous about the scenes in the game and the emotions.
¿Esto
and
qué
the
es, tío?
characters, so he's doing motifs that sort of
Este es
tell
de
a story
zombies.
along the way.
Es el de
that's a very
zombies
important part of
en
storytelling. And then obviously the
en
environmental story,
la Edad Media.
and all the encounters.
Bueno, medieval.
Slowly unravel what's going to happen, right? Until you
Los FPS en este Ninja Gaiden bailan mucho.
understand the full story.
Amazing. Is there like an
Va, se senta como un tiro, vamos.
help me out with this one? Like we talk co-op.
Lo que va mal es la
How do the players work together against
la
each other,
esta.
etc. throughout the game?
It's a co-op experience and they have to help each other and teamwork.
Este tío, ¿cómo se llamaba el juego?
So as you can see here, you can also just spend some time to just play around.
Have some fun, yeah.
Have some fun. You can make up games where you have to compete, but otherwise it's a collaborative experience.
Oh, so there is a competitive element to it in there, but mostly based on the gamers.
Mostly based on the gamers, yeah.
I see. Did you see much of that in the playtesting, Jonas, that you mentioned?
So much. I mean, we have an infamous spot where you can flip the other player into the water.
Okay.
We've seen
Blade Survival. ¿Lo tenemos en lista de deseados?
Very long time just flipping each other into the water.
Sí.
But the thing is, when you flip the other player into the water 5 times, you also have to get through the same thing. And,
oh, I see.
Es que están enseñando mucho juego,
Okay, then
tampoco.
it's their turn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wonderful. And with co-op being such a focus.
O sea, si el juego va a durar 4 horas o 3 horas y me estás enseñando media hora, me estás enseñando más de un 10% del juego casi, ¿eh?
I think we've seen with Builder's Journey, I think we've seen players want to play games together, right? Even though single-player games, they sit, they talk, they engage, right? So we wanted to make something that was playable together from the very get-go, right? And then we just love co-op games, and this whole idea of playing and being creative is just so much more fun when you're doing it together with a friend, right?
Yeah,
so,
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And it's nice we're seeing more couch co-op games come through in recent years as well. There's been some very successful, highly applauded one recently. So it's lovely to see that story keep going. So, Carsten, question for you. This all looks really lovely, naturally. So the question you probably knew was going to be coming from me, which is, when are we actually going to get our hands on the game?
Very soon. Very, very soon. I think if you're here on Gamescom, you can just go to booth 8.
Son las 5 ya, tío.
Just over there, in case anyone's watching, wondering where the map is through that door.
But if you are not here, you will have to wait to September 15th, which is not very long.
Not that far at all. It's a couple of weeks, really.
Exactly. That's when the game will be out. So,
beautiful. Is there anywhere else we can look to find more information?
Qué ganas tengo, tío, el puto Ninja Gaiden. Pues eso, me he comprado el pack en Humble a 13 euros.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Lightbrick team. You're all a wonderful bunch, and this game looks absolutely stunning. And folks home, don't forget to wishlist LEGO Voyages today, so you'll be ready when it drops, as you said, September 15th. And speaking of taking legendary creativity brands in brand new gameplay directions, you are about to witness the world premiere of an upcoming open-world survival crafting game with I'll call it a decidedly Studio Ghibli aesthetic. Check it out.
Open World Survival. ¿Qué es esto? Hostia, es muy level 5, ¿no? Me da vibes a Nino Kuni los gráficos.
Rampant pollution has depleted the world's resources, and only your moving house and its mysterious power can cleanse the pollution. In this world, you will meet Kororu, whose hot-tempered personality
¿Qué es esto?
masks his secretly warm heart. And collect resources, craft items for survival,
Hostia, se ve súper bonito, tío.
gather oddlings, and decorate your settlement. You'll face danger on every step of your journey, and riddles to test your wits. But in Boomwalker, your companions have your back. Kettle Kid, a fiery pot of purification, and the moving house that you travel the world with. Don't forget the oddlings that help you on your adventure. Hi, I will be your guide during this dev gameplay walkthrough. First, Let's follow the house as we look for a place to anchor it. If you stick close to the moving house, you won't take any damage, and the forest will begin to be purified. Seems like this is the best place to anchor the
Oye,
house.
esto se ve de locos. Pero esto va a ser survival single player, ¿eh?
You can purify the surrounding area. Let's purify the forest. You can find uncontaminated ingredients in the purified area. But there are also fruits like apples that you have to climb a tree or shoot them down. Let's toss those tasty-looking ingredients into Kettle Kid. The oddlings will then help stir them just right so they cook a delicious soup. Look,
Hostia,
this
tío.
purification crystal is the key to purifying the world's pollution. When you put it in the purifier, you can see the purification gauge fill up.
Esto tiene pinta de...
Let's operate the purifier. Oddling statue. There's something new up ahead in that glowing area. Oh, it's an oddling statue. Look here. Don't the colors of the orb and the pedestal seem to match? Oh, one of the orbs is missing. Maybe it's on top of that mushroom. If you put the orb here in the spot from before... Wow! A bunch of new oddlings have appeared.
Qué bonito, tío. Será single, imagino.
Invader Pelicani cleanup. Let's take our new friends home. Wait, what's happening? Oh no, it's Pelicani! That wicked creature eats anything! It's too dangerous up close. So let's chase it away with a slingshot. Building a settlement. We have a lot of oddlings now, but there doesn't seem to be enough houses for all of them. There also seem to be some oddlings exhausted from overwork.
Esto, tío,
Better build more facilities
me está
on the
sorprendiendo un montón.
This looks like a good spot. Let's relocate the cluttered storage box and place the sunbed next to it. We filled enough purification gauges to restore
El Project Blown Walker. O sea, literalmente no tiene nombre aún.
This was just a taste of the amazing world of Bloomwalker. We look forward to seeing you create your own story.
Ned Marvel.
Well, some survival scenarios are a bit more dire than others, and if Project Bloomwalker is set to be a beautiful but challenging walk in the park, then Dying Like the Beast is a long march down a ruined highway to hell. The latest installment aims to blaze a new trail for the beloved zombie apocalypse franchise. And here to introduce us to the Beast are Dying Light franchise director Timon Smegtala and Q&A analyst Aaron Talty with some live gameplay. This is so exciting. Welcome to the show and welcome to Gamescom, guys.
Hello, Bex.
Hello. How has your Gamescom been so far for both of you?
It's my first time, so very, very exciting. Yeah, it's cool.
Yay.
Busy, crazy, and lots of fun.
Love it. Well, you've got some live gameplay for us, so can you show us what you've got?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very excited.
Yes, let's
to see.
start the demo. And the mission that we have here, of course, it's Dying Like the Beast, right? So it's going to be scary, going to be full of zombies, full of
El productor de Dragon Quest se marcha de Square porque priorizaban las ventas seguras o imitaciones.
Quite funny one because it's one of the side missions from the game.
Duro, ¿eh?
And it starts with a very classic Dying Light dilemma.
Eso es golpetazo, ¿eh? Productor de Dragon Quest.
Struggling to survive, live to another
Es
day.
palazo.
Hiding in the town hall here, and suddenly the water source is gone. Like there are no water in the taps, and like they don't know what happened. Like is something trying to hurt them? Maybe something is broke. Maybe something is trying to get rid of them from this place because they want to take over. So it's kind of like a classic Dying Light problem, but then there are some twists, there are some turns, there's some mystery to uncover. Probably we will not see all of it here, but let's just give it a go and let's see how far we can go.
Let's see what we uncover. That is one of my favorite things from the previous games, when you have this little hub community kind of safe space for most part, and then you do have to go out and protect them or gain friendships as well as take on the challenges outwards.
And that's exactly what Kyle Crane is doing, because like that's a side mission, but also the basics, right? So you play as Kyle Crane, and that's a very unique, very special type of a hero for a survival horror game, because he's not only the master survivalist, like he's not only able to survive as long as he wants in this difficult, challenging environment, but in this game he also has access to a set of very special, very powerful beast-like abilities, which really allow him to kind of unleash all of the rage, all of the everything that he has in it. And like the tagline for the game is that they were trying to break him, but they created a beast. And why they were trying to break him? Because he was captured by this guy named the Baron. Baron is a crazy scientist who's trying to achieve something very, very sinister. And Baron was experimenting on Kyle for a number of years.
Actualizaciones.
Kyle manages to break out, so they didn't break him. And now he's ready to unleash his wrath, he's ready to take revenge, but for that he needs some help. And that help comes from the people that live in this beautiful valley that we see on the screen right now. This is the valley, the region is called Castor Woods. It's modeled after Swiss Alps, like little touristy towns in Swiss Alps. Lots of
no se ha actualizado aún en mi esta. A ver si abriéndolo y cerrándolo se quiere bajar la actualización.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'd probably go to the Swiss Alps as well,
yeah,
just to see it.
Of course, but yeah, of course. Like the high season for zombies is there all the time. And actually what we have here, so the town in the middle of the map is actually built to be almost like a parkour paradise. We really wanted to squeeze as much as possible out of this location, so players are able to seamlessly showcase all of the parkour skills, jump, run, wall run, slide, connect all of that together.
No sé cuánto costaba antes, la verdad.
No, I think we could, we got it. There's plenty of them around. I think,
We'll warm up to that. That's fair. Let's see some parkour, because obviously that's so intrinsic to Dying
absolutely.
Light.
So Dying Light was built on parkour, right? Like we have, when we started working on the series, we actually asked David Bell, who's the grandfather.
発売に近づいてて、一般向けのデモ私有を出す予定があったりしますでしょうかっていう。
そうですね。今回ゲームズコムで初めて。
On immersion, we really want to make players feel like they are part of this world, like they are the character there. Come on, Aaron! Like the whole QA department is looking at you.
It's a lot of pressure for life.
It's all part of the plan. It's Dying Light,
But I think it's worth saying that this is like, you might look at the game, you might look at the screenshots and think, oh, okay, I see a machete, I see a guy, I see some zombies. It's just easy peasy. I go slash through zombies. Absolutely not. This is a survival game. This is a thinking man's survival game. So you constantly have to be on your toes. You constantly need to think like a survival to survive. Even if you're as a good player as Aaron, you have to constantly look at you have to look at every step that you take.
To the best.
And I can understand why Aaron is nervous. Like before coming here, we had a conversation that actually the whole QA team, from which Aaron is, they were aware that he'll be playing, so they are watching right now, putting extra pressure on the guy.
I kept it quiet and it was.
But don't worry.
Aaron, you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
And by the way, if I just using the opportunity, let's just wave to our QA guys, because they are really putting a lot of work into this. They are the most important part of the dev team in this very final stretches of the production, because we are basically just 4 weeks from releasing the game.
So exciting.
Yes, so very close. Actually, maybe we can loot some stuff, right?
Yeah. I think it's a good chance here.
I love this layout so far. I mean, the town itself feels a little bit on the living and breathing side of things for now, but it still feels so realistic, as if I've actually felt those textures and been in places like this before.
Yeah, so actually this is something that we are very proud about, because like the whole world has been handcrafted by our level artists.
Yeah.
And not only handcrafted, but also they've managed to put a lot of Easter eggs, in jokes into the world. So like the posters you see there, like they have even scanned some of the items that they have in their homes, in their houses, and kind of brought them into like the virtual versions here in the game. I'm not sure we'll see that, but for example, there's a blanket like with a
Creo que Prince of
with a
Persia.
lion.
Ya está.
Yeah, we might get a chance to see that. So actually, that's a blanket that was kind of scanned, taken from grandma of one of our artists. And in a way to kind of honor her and put something very real into the game, we have the blanket and a lot of other different items. The whole map has been created by hand by our artists. That's why it feels so immersive.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Seguimos viendo esto? ¿O hacemos pausa hasta la futura Game Show? Llevamos 2 minutos, o sea, 2 horas 40. Soporíferas, ¿eh?
Representation of gore. So another thing
Y ahora aquí también está lo de Xbox.
Of course, it's a melee combat focused game with lots of brutality, lots of gore. I think that's something that's very important in the zombie genre, that you really need to show the guts, you really need to show the blood, you really need to show the kind of the brains being exposed, the cuts being cut, heads being cut.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of it can we show, because I think the previous games were a little bit on the family friendly side. But that's also a good thing, because Aaron is having fun because he knows how to play the game. He spent hundreds of hours.
A ver si van saliendo.
But again, this is a game where you see zombies, you don't just run at them and slash them. Like, you really want to make sure that whatever you do makes sense, that you don't take unnecessary risks. Oh, that's a nice thing. Actually, maybe it's also worth mentioning that a lot of our an obstacle, sometimes he hits another zombie. There's lots of those cool emergent moments.
¡Ojo! El juego de los zorritos tiene tráiler nuevo.
Your opinions and your
There's more than 100 melee weapons, and of course the classic stuff for the genre. So I don't know, gas pipes, crowbars, machetes, hammers, axes, wrenches, things that you can basically find all around you. But also if you dig deep enough, and that's a very important aspect of Dying Light the Beast, that there are lots of secrets that you can actually uncover if you dig deep enough. You can find weapons like medieval swords, very unusual creations of the survivors. So really a lot of very fancy looking and fancy working and effective weapons that are really a lot of fun to play.
I like the sound of a medieval sword. That sounds pretty badass, to be fair. Do you guys have favorites? What's your favorite weapon of
Samurai sword.
Samurai, of course, like a classic.
Boring answer, but yeah.
Definitivamente creo que nos vamos al Prince of Persia.
So for some reason, like even though we are making zombie games, we didn't have a flamethrower before. So Dying Light the Beast, aside from the melee weapons and a big focus on firearms as well, introduces a number of new weapons. So flamethrower, grenade launcher, saw blade launcher, and a number of additional hidden stuff that you will have to find as you play the game.
Nos vamos a jugar hasta las 7, 8 que son. Y listo, tío. Es que paso de...
your whole team is
survival horror. I'm demonstrating exactly what we want, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So, like military combos like this, if you manage to kill all of the infected here, or if you manage to outsmart them, because that's also an option. You can, for example, use a decoy, draw them to like away from this place, and then try to loot it. That's a very good place to find some ammo for your firearms. And as I said, firearms have really received a lot of love from us as developers in Dying Light the Beast.
Okay. He's a bit too big for now, I think, this guy, right?
Yeah, this one, yeah, like let's not risk it. You already died once, so I don't.
They're playing with fire.
Like the guys back at home are making bets, like will he die again?
Oh, so
Vale.
there's a little bit more of a focus on.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe we could actually use the rifle. What do you think? It will get messy because the thing about firearms is they make a lot of noise.
Got you.
So as soon as you start shooting, there's a chance that the virals, the fast-moving zombies, will come. Actually, I think there's one guy over there.
Me han dicho que si quiero esto. ¿Qué es esto?
Safer inside. Oh my.
Yeah, but
relatively.
A little bit, like it's never safe in the world of Dying Light. Like what I like to say is that it's actually one of the most dense open worlds out there, because basically every part of the map is something where you play the game, where you do some kind of interaction. Either you parkour, which is also like interaction, you click buttons, like you're trying to get somewhere, you make decisions where you want to go. Combat the same, you get surrounded, suddenly there's a group coming from one direction, group from the other. Constantly something is happening, like you are never bored. It's very intense, very dense experience.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. A lot to explore and discover, and hey, every kind of trip outside of the safe zone is probably not going to be exactly the same as before.
Yeah, so Dying Light was built out of emergent moments, and we actually like we did fight with some of the guys with the tanks, for example, right? But actually we didn't trigger them, so maybe if there's an opportunity, but like oh, actually that's a nice thing. Or maybe we can
Vale, pues este me lo pasan, creo.
Okay, so what happens right now is that because Aaron was fighting a lot with like quite intense, he managed to charge his beast mode, right? So now he can unleash it. So maybe we can actually see that here, like how effective he is with fighting those zombies. They throws them all around. Like he has those like finishers.
Doesn't need any weapons anymore. Oh my goodness, he ripped his arm right off.
Pues nada, cerramos esto, cerramos esto. Vamos a probar la 1.0. Luego enchufo con el Future Game Show. Corto por YouTube y vuelvo a encender para dejar el capitulito del Rogue Prince of Persia.